Good morning. Today, Chinyong, Maria, and I, Taehyun, will be doing a presentation about how the way people eat will change in the future. When we first heard the topic, the first word that came into our minds was technology. Technology is something that has been improving with great speed and recently has been incorporating with the food service industry. To collect more information firsthand, we decided to visit three cafes that are well known for their high-tech robots. The first cafe we visited was the Storant Cafe. Storant Cafe is an unmanned 24/7 robot cafe that opened in 2019. It is said that this unmanned robot cafe was made with the intention of helping with social distancing caused by COVID-19. The way this cafe works is that when the customer purchases the drinks through the self-counter, they input their table number. When the order is paid for, the barista robot, one of the two robots in the cafe, starts making the drinks. It is said that this robot could make up to 60 different kinds of drinks. When the drinks are prepared, the drinks are then placed onto the serving robot, which has a high-tech sensing system. This is the second robot in the cafe called Torangi. This serving robot brings the drinks from the barista robot directly to the seats, decreasing the human contact and avoiding having to fetch the drinks. With the tables in the cafe sparsely arranged, the robot has an easier time navigating through the cafe. We decided that we wanted to see how good the sensing system of the serving robot is. To test it out, we decided standing in its way would be a great idea. And upon being in its way, we were able to see that it stopped before crashing into us. When the serving robot is done serving, it returns to its station charging port. Although the cafe itself and the robots were very modern and convenient, we could see that its services were still not fully in place. The owner of the cafe also stated that the cafe is still in the process of improving. In addition, there was one employee who was present. She is the one who is in charge of making the various pastries, cleaning the cafe, and refilling the ingredients. Although it is a robot cafe, it still needs at least one person to run smoothly without problems. The next part of the presentation will be continued by Maria.
The second cafe we visited was Super Matcha Coffee, located near the Seoul Forest. Matcha tea is healthier than coffee and has a sweet and bitter taste. However, most of the green tea latte products on the market contained 80% or more sugar or artificial additives. So those who want to enjoy matcha tea in a healthy way are reluctant to worry about sweetness and high calories similar to sugar latte. To improve this, Super Matcha has developed a blended matcha that can be enjoyed healthier and more delicious by adding only 100% organic matcha from Borsengdong and natural ingredients instead of sugar and artificial sweeteners. Super Matcha store presents the world's first matcha whisking robot armed called Malo, which is sophisticatedly engineered to imitate Tea Master's matcha whisking movement that makes a cup of perfect foamy matcha all the time. The advantage of having a robot is obviously the efficiency of the cafe, making the process easier and faster, which leads to more productivity, which leads to more sales and more revenue. On the other hand, the robot also makes sure all the matcha tastes the same by making all of them with the same velocity, intensity, and technique, assuring the best qualities to all their customers. The environment of the cafe is gray and green, giving this natural but minimalistic vibe. That is what they want to transmit. Sugar-free, ultra-nutrients, purely organic, energy booster, and rich in antioxidants. It's nice how their shop expresses what their matcha also reflects. Other important factor to highlight of the cafe is that they have a diversity of drinks made out of matcha, not only the matcha latte, and they also serve a lot of desserts made out of matcha, giving their customers several options to pick from. Additionally, they also sell products for customers to take home: matcha powder, mugs, the matcha special brush, and different sets. This makes that the experience of visiting the cafe doesn't finish when the customer exits the store, but the experience of the Super Matcha can continue all the way to the customer's house. Afterwards, we did a cafe post and went to a Korean traditional restaurant. Here, we asked ourselves if it's possible for restaurants to implement robots the same way cafes are doing. As for example, here in a table, there are a lot of plates in the table, so we don't know if robots are going to be able to put all of the plates in the same tables and take them away.
Last cafe we visited was Cafe Bot Bot Bot. The cafe is located in Seongsu-dong, where it is known as the Brooklyn of Korea due to the similarity of Seongsu-dong to the city of Brooklyn. The cafe structure from the outside had an interesting design. According to the main website, Cafe Bod 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 has a unique concept of combining the past tradition and the future innovation into one cafe. The cafe is built of a futuristic building on the left side of the building and an old factory on the right. Even the employees of the cafe follow the same concept. The employees and the robots work together as the cafe quotes, a place where robots and humans are together. We saw 3 robots while in the cafe: DrinkBot, DrinkBot, and DessertBot. However, the DessertBot was out of service because there was no cake. Next, the employees directed our attention to DripBot. After setting up the cups and coffee filter, the table moved towards DripBot as it prepared the process for making drip coffee. The DripBot started pouring hot water on the coffee in a circular motion, which only expert baristas could do. The DripBot aimed its hot water around the coffee and paused when the timing was just right. After the DripBot slowly filled the cup underneath with drip coffee, the employee took the coffee and finished the order. The DripBot often showed some dance movements so that the customers could be entertained by its movements. It was almost as if the robots were alive. After all the drinks were ready, we headed to the roof with the terrace garden and enjoyed our drinks. We were disappointed in a few things about the cafe. First, the cake was not on sale, so we did not get the chance to see the DessertBot. Second, the cafe was holding an event, where they were collaborating with a clothing brand, so the inside of the cafe was very crowded. We were not able to see the interior design of the cafe properly. And finally, there was a service robot like what we saw in Storrent. However, it was not used that day, possibly because the cafe was crowded with clothing brands items.
After this experience, we can conclude that technology is the present and it's going to be the future for all the food industry, as it's more efficient for the business operation. It gives a better service to customers, it increases profits, it gives a higher satisfaction to the employees, and is more sustainable.